Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. Today I'm coming to you with a quick little video on how to make an envelope journal using just the LineDotArrow freebies that you can get over at the LineDotArrow Facebook group. Now, we're just going to use the two big papers and then some of the other things that come with it, plus two small envelopes. And then there's actually, of the freebies, there's actually this much left that I'm not going to be using because of the size of our project today. So we're going to set these two aside because we don't need them quite yet. And let's just set everything to the side. Now, I'm inking in black soot, and I couldn't really do this until I put everything together. So I do have a wet wipe to the side because I've already got my black fingerprints all over everything once, and I really don't want to do it again. So what we have here are two check-sized envelopes, which is the ones that you use to send a check in the mail, if anybody remembers doing that. And all we're going to do is put them together like so. It took me a minute before to do this. I'm going to leave this sticky on because otherwise you can never get it in there because the sticky grabs before you get a chance to put one in the other. So what we're going to do is we're going to make them even, first of all. Let's make sure everything's even. Then we're going to open it up and we're going to glue them together. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I thought I had it all thought out ahead of time. Yeah, we want to glue it together. I just wanted this to be a quick project that you could do in about an hour. Okay, so you've got your two envelopes. Well, about an hour and 20 minutes. It took me about 20 minutes to cut out the ephemera that I cut out. And then we're going to cover the center because I really don't want to look at that blue along with these other pretty papers. So we're going to take, where is it? Oh, this paper that I had already inked. Now, like I said, I'm using black soot. It already had, some of them had, I think, a brown border, some had a black, but I thought the black soot made more of a dramatic statement. However, we are not going to see most of this particular page. I inked it to use it for something, part of the notebook in the middle, and ta-da, black fingerprints. So instead of printing everything all over again, I just decided to use a piece of this to cover the center part where the blue is. So let's measure what we need. Let's go down here. It's very helpful that I did the black soot, isn't it? Look, see, it's already getting everywhere. Let's make it this wide and this wide. And then we'll worry about the length in just a minute. Now, normally I would slide the inside, or the papers inside the envelopes and paper the center that way. But that's not really going to work this time. We are going to see a little bit of that, but that's okay. Oh, wait, these would make good bookmarks, wouldn't they? Let's set those to the side. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to put the paper here across. I'm going to go ahead and put it even at the bottom here. And then we'll just ink the top. And then let's just cut this off right here. And this will cover our center. We'll have to use the scoreboard and crease it probably so that we can fold it shut. without a problem. I don't know. We'll try it out and see. It's not like I have a shortage of check envelopes. If you hear a timer at 25 minutes that doesn't, or 29 minutes, that doesn't mean we're out of time. It just means I need to start a new video recording. Okay, let's ink this with the black soot. Try not to get it everywhere. Tried to put the words get it and everywhere all together. Everywhere. Okay, and then we're just going to put this across here. I wonder if we could feed this underneath. I don't think so. Because it wouldn't cover all the way in. We wouldn't be able to slide it in. Okay, let's just cover. I've never done it this way before, so this is our experiment. Because I'm worried about being able to fold it in the middle. So we're going to have to, normally I don't do this, but we're going to have to glue all of it. Still have fingerprints left over. I should have filled my glue. I made a big Christmas in July project. I'm running a collaboration for July, and I made an actual book. I mean a book. 56 pages of book. Over, I believe, 9 videos, so that's 9 hours. So, because the intro and the flip through do not count. So we have to glue this whole thing down. The secret about Fabri-Tac is if it's still cold, then you know it's not dry. I put that in upside down, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's see if we can fold it in half. I'm hoping we can fold it in half and use our bone folder, but it looks like it went a little wonky. Let's see. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. That looks okay. Let's fold it in half again. Let's use a bone folder on it. Tell it who's boss. And that would be us. I think. I'm not sure. This project could go south. And I have to film it all over again. Okay, so then we're going to open it up. And then we're going to use papers on the inside and the outside, which are going to be these two papers. We're going to cut them down. And we're going to cut them down. This is going to be the cover on the outside. We're going to cut them down after we ink all of this in black soot. This is the part where you have to clean your fingers afterwards. It's pouring down rain outside. I should be taking a nap. I love taking a nap when it's raining out. Yes, I'm going to end up with it on my hands. We don't want any white showing. So you can ink this as much as you want. You definitely want to make sure that no white is showing. That's for sure. Oops, this is a brand new one. The lid doesn't want to come off. And that's why it's so juicy. Yeah. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to glue the outside. Now, this one, silly me, we will remove the tape. I was like, what is wrong with this? Were you guys back there at home yelling, hey? Because if you were, I didn't hear you. And I think you should yell louder next time. Scare the heck out of your better half. Like, what is she yelling at the TV or the computer for? We do want to be generous with the glue on this one, especially where the sticky is. Otherwise, you could have troubles like that. So you want to glue that down. Looks like I folded it crooked. After all that teaching, it's who's boss whoey. I should be able to fix this. It isn't that much off. I think it's when I put the paper in. And I was manhandling the fold in the middle. If I hadn't bone folded it yet, it would be alright. But I've already told it's who's boss. Okay, well, I'm just going to show you how to do it. There's going to be a little bit of a corner. And you just fold yours better than I'm folding mine. What a silly mistake. See how much black is on there now? I inked it up using the pad instead of using just what was on there. I want to ink it inside and out. I guess I could have done the outsides of the envelopes first. Wow, I don't know if you can hear it raining or not, but it is pouring. We had some trouble with some flooding earlier this week. I keep checking my hands, but it doesn't matter at this stage. Yeah, I've got it all over my hands now. Let's see. So I definitely don't want to get it on the papers. Okay. Drying my hands off, or else I'm going to leave little wet fingerprints. Pretend like I didn't just wipe my hands on my work shirt or my crafting shirt. You just pretend that. Okay, we're going to use this paper for the inside, which will match this. Oh boy. That's all right. I'm going to measure from here . we're going to need it this long. I think I heard thunder. If so, we'll have to stop and unplug everything and wait. I don't take any chances. I've had electronics blown out by electrical storms before. I can't tell if it's thunder or an airplane. Let's see. We're going to glue this right up to the edge. Our little notepad in the middle is going to be removable and refillable. We're not going to use elastic. Tops and bottoms, the top and bottom of this are not. I think I'm going to take a smidge off, possibly all the way around. I know I'm taking a smidge off in the center. So I want to keep all of my feather. We're not trying to make it a hidden center, so we are going to ink around the paper. Check and see if I inked my hands. Wonder, should I just use this to make the other side? So they could be off a little bit. Okay. Let's just make one the same size. And we don't have to remeasure. I'll mark this as the top, and this is the top. Just to be sure. For a simple project, I've already run into 2 problems. But, as we all know, I leave them in. Just think of the blooper reel I could have if I could go back and go through all of the videos. That would be crazy. Yeah, that looks nice. some dust in here. Kind of affects your how far back your blade can go out of the way. Okay. Especially on this end, there was quite a bit. I know you can't see the bottom edge. I've got my camera angle changed. Did I just cut off my mark? No. I didn't think I could, the way I had marked it. It's like, how did I do that? It's like magic. Like in Ghostbusters, that magic, magic, magic. Now you guys are going to be singing that Who You Gonna Call Ghostbusters song in your head all day. You're welcome. Look at that. I got a movie and a song reference in all at once. Except for now the Ghostbusters song is in my head. I'm trying to be a little more careful on the paper than I was with the other, but still definitely showing the black. Let's double check this before we glue it, I guess would be a good idea. And then we'll do the same for the front. Front will be a lot easier. We just need to cut the 2 pieces of paper. It's kind of funny. Somebody told me that I had a calming voice, which is really funny. My friends really laughed at that because my non-recording voice is so much different. I'm so loud. I just don't think you could possibly believe the difference. Okay, you do see that little teeny bit of that, but that's okay. Alright, so that's going to be our inside. I've got a little pocket we're going to put over here. Alright, now we need to cover the front. And this is going to be our front. And we're going to lose a little bit of the stem. Keep thinking I'm hearing thunder. We've been having thunderstorms the last few days. Spring is finally getting here now that it's June 5th. It's been cold. Oh, we got to cut this in half. I'm going to have to measure this. So we don't want to cut straight across and then cut off part of this. So we may need the bottom on that one. I feel like I'm getting black ink everywhere. I was just doing a little bit of trimming up where little pieces of paper showed. Okay, so we're going to cut the vertical first. And then that preserves this for the other side. Which actually it's going to make, alright, I know what I'm going to do instead. I was going to make a pocket, but, you know, cut one of the ends of one of the papers off. But I actually am kind of liking it without. I'm going to put a pocket on the inside. We're going to put the notebook on the inside. This is going to be pretty. If you want to participate in this challenge of making it envelope notebook, then go ahead and do your project, and then in Natalie's group, then just post, I think it's hashtag LDA Botanical Challenge. I'll put it under the video. I'll double check and make sure that's the right hashtag. I have it written down, but I just don't have it written down right next to me. But this you can toss in your purse. You can make a little list, because you can always undo the staple and take the little booklet out and replace the paper. Okay, let's change videos. Okay, here we go. We're still gluing. I have to go back over this. It only takes a second, but I believe the glue could dry in that amount of time. And I'm using just a small bit of the freebies that she gave away in the group. Not sure if this qualifies as a full journal, because it's not going to have that many pages in it, but the envelopes are so small. It's the size of a checkbook, basically. Okay. Let's measure the height. Cut that off. cut our width. How pretty. Get out the old black soot. Now you could sew the notebook in, but it's going to be so small that you would just make a few notes and it would be full. So that's why I decided, and we can't use elastic because these envelopes are not sturdy enough to hold up at the top and the bottom to having an elastic in. And see, we won't need to put anything on the edge because everything is black. That's why I inked the envelope so heavily. Let's check the inside. Yep, we should be fine. Now on the inside, we're going to do two things. We're going to, hopefully this will fit. Yeah, we can trim it just a little bit. This is actually one of the cards that you use as ephemera. That's why I had already inked it. And we're going to put it right here. Okay, let me check my hands. Baby wipes get fabric tack off too, for some reason. Some weird reason unknown to us, but probably known to science. And I didn't measure this ahead of time like a silly person. So I'm not sure that it's going to fit. Looks like we might have to trim a little bit here and a little bit here. It's hard on these envelopes to see when you're covering completely to the edge. I shouldn't have done it that way, probably. I cannot see for anything. There's a little bit of a shadow because of the way my lights are set up. I have 3 right above and then 1 off to each side, and occasionally that will cause troubles right here in River City. And it starts with T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. That's the Music Man from the 50s. I believe it's the 50s. Another music reference. Only this one's and movie. It's a musical. Wouldn't it be funny if they had Ghostbusters the musical? That would be hysterical. I would go see it. Now, I did make an error here with the paper, and I'm not sure if I can fix it. Well, I did it. I did it without cutting the envelope open. There. Now I think we're all fixed up. Okay. Now, originally, I was going to use this as a tag to put in the side, and it's a triple fold, or a trifold tag. But I'm thinking, oh, it's too big. So let's see if we can fold this. Just very, very lightly. I left this white. Let's see. Oh, I think I like this. Oh, it's not going to work. Okay. Oh, that's fine. We'll put that in there. Alright, now to make our notebook is simple, we're just going to take a piece of coffee dyed paper, we're going to cut it down to fit this. Oh, I think I'm going to sneeze. This coffee dyed paper has custom spray on it. I don't know if I mentioned that a minute ago at the beginning, but I make it with alcohol and metallic acrylic paint, and this is it's not white something, it's something else. Anyway, it's a metallic kind of a white, but it isn't just white. Anyway, we're just going to fold it in half. Probably should make it a little bit narrower. Probably should have made it a little bit shorter too. That should fit inside here. Have to be careful. Black smudges. Okay. We're going to fold it. We're not going to try to teach it who's boss this time. We're just going to try to fold it. I'm the world's worst at folding something in half. I mean, seriously, the world's worst. Okay. And now, for my final act, I'm going to staple it in here. Except I have to get it right on the seam. Oh, yeah, when I have to flip it over, I think I figured out my stapler wouldn't reach. Yep. And now we have our little notebook in the center. Our staple's not in the center of the paper because I didn't have the paper in the center of the book. So now we've got our notebook and our little envelope book. Now there's plenty of you might want to tie a little something around it to keep it closed, because we just put that notebook in there. And put a little piece of sari silk around there. See if I have enough to make a bow. If not, I'll get a bigger piece. Yeah, I don't think I do. I think I'm short by just a little bit. Maybe not. There we go. Okay. So that holds it shut. So there's our front and our back. Got this bird with his little head cut off. That can't be good. Can't be comfortable. Let's see if we can move it below his head over the staple. He's swimming. Anyway, so we have our little piece of sari silk. We have our inside, and we could have put a pocket in the front, but I really liked the feather on the corner. You could put some ephemera. There's, I didn't think of it until just now, but there's some words, and we could have put a couple of the words up in the top corner, and you know, made that way. So that's our little project, and we did it in 45 minutes or so. And I hope you enjoyed it. It's just a little quick deal that we put together. And yep, that's it. I will see you in the next video. and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.